Hello Taurus, and welcome to your spring March reading. So this month we will have our beautiful solstice, the spring coming back, Easter, so it is life coming back. So in this in mind and thinking about you, I've meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that I have is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is all about swords, the mind, the page. Just grabbed an Ace of Swords. So he just grabbed new knowledge, new understanding, new information. And this starts to change his perspective. And there's curiosity in the Page of Swords. There's, I want to find out more. And this information is all about, it's something that will touch the 7 here of Wands. And the 7 Wands is about putting our boundaries. What we accept, what we don't accept. It's an essential part of having integrity, of being ourselves. But at the same time, because every card has its kind of overwhelming distortion here, the 7 of Wands is healthy to this point, and then when you go further than that, then it can become like a habit where I'm always putting my fire in order to make sure I don't get taken advantage of, make sure that, you know, I'm fighting the universe, I'm fighting the world, I'm on the defensive, So, and then we have Queen of Pentacles, that's you, and 8 of Swords. So here, analysis, paralysis. Here, the Queen of Pentacles, of course it's you, but she represents also our worth, our self-worth, that inner knowing that it's going to be okay, I'm going to be supported, I'm going to have what it takes. All of this inner knowledge, but here, being on the defensive, starting to analyze things and feeling stuck. So that doesn't mean that you are going to be stuck this month, but it means that something will be uncovered where it's going to pull you back a bit. And you're going to have to rise above this, okay? Under that Page of Swords, I have the 3 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Like for any tarot reading, it's not that this is what is set in and that's your future. We have free will. These are not these are just the possible energies, the opportunities that you can have at this moment in time, okay, in this now, the way the energies are, the consciousness are, and so on, to allow you to either clear something, heal something, grab something. This is what it's all about. 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups, it's our capacity to celebrate life. It's the 3 graces here. Rising our vibration, our water, our emotions to the sky and celebrate. Celebrate life, celebrate love, celebrate friendship, celebrate the people around us. All of this. Here, 5 of Pentacles in there. That can be a reminiscence of that I'm not enough feeling. But there's something you're finding out about that. How maybe you sacrifice your capacity to be just in joy and happiness, or an old 5 of Pentacles within you that prevents you from just being in joy, grace, happiness. Here, the 5 of Pentacles. We'll clarify, but we'll see. And of course, it's going to be different for all of you because you all have different baggages and you all experimented It's because everybody experiments this at one point or another on different levels in their lives. Everybody. So, but enough for you to make you put in this position. But here under that, I have the Six of Cups and the Tower. So if we look here, the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, just those two cards, it's this beautiful exchange, emotional exchange between people that have purified their waters, soulmates, soul tribe, soul clan. Here I am, this, I'm offering this, I'm receiving this in a beautiful manner. There, my Five of Pentacles and the Tower, this tells me that that's what the Tower is going to break down. You're going to understand what prevents you from being in just that flow of here I am, free. The Tower is bringing it down. Under our Eight of Swords, I have the Five of Wands. When it's all conflicted, you get into your head. And then maybe these things can come up. And then I have the Devil and the Lovers. So right here, we have a huge choice with these two cards coming up. And we know that they are very similar in a way where you have the divine feminine and masculine in the bottom. One has an angel, one has the devil. So one is inspired by our higher self, the part of us that is connected with the divine, that is connected with cosmic intelligence, our soul, all of this. And the other one that is connected purely to the material world, Malkut. Okay, and so very practical, the devil, if we're, we want to work and focus and discipline in this world and this reality. But when it comes to feeling this one with everything, then it is detrimental, because it reduces our vision to what we have experienced only. It disconnects us from the invisible, and so on. So here, very interesting what is going to happen. It's like you're going to understand something, but let's clarify here. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Tauruses for the month of March 2022. For their better path. What is this? Maybe just what brings you in your head when it comes to sharing socially with other people. Those old insecurities and things like that. That will come to the surface. And either I'm on the defensive, or I open myself up to the connection. And being able to be with the same vibrational connection with others. Let's look at this. Page of Swords. What is that new understanding, that information? What is this about in this context? Five of Swords. Okay, so you're understanding something about the Five of Swords. You're understanding, 5 plus 1 will be 6, will be the capacity to actually bring serenity, peace, within yourself, when the mind finally reaches the heart chakra in a way. And so, and here, since I have the Chariot, that spiritual movement forward per se. So you're understanding something about that. Let's look at that 7 of Wands, King of Wands. Here I have Temperance, Knight of Cups. Here's our Five of Wands, Five of Wands. What's behind you? Okay. Seven of Pentacle. Bottom of the deck we had the Seven of Pentacle and the Eight of Wands. So when I look at this, it's a lot of information here. I'm going to put some back. I'm just going to keep the Temperance and the Knight of Cups because they're the ones that came the most obvious. But the feeling of having to do this, when it comes to bringing our heart, bringing what we love, allowing somebody else's heart. I have to protect myself. I have to be on my guard. I don't want to live this. I'm going to try and be in control, and I don't want to have to prove myself right, that I was right not to trust. Temperance being there is about that brewing, that purifying of our emotional, of our cups, of our water. We're made of water. Everything is imprinted in there. Every experience is imprinted in your seeds, in your cells. So Temperance is brewing this slowly in order for you to be able to bring Knight of Cups and receive without feeling that you have to be on your guard. Because you can't really trust what is out there, and when it came to opening yourself up to receive, you were conflicted about it. Therefore, not receiving any water, you did not receive any fruits. Your willpower is either defending itself or working. There's a readjustment of the fire here. So if you're one of these Tauruses that has this kind of little catch-22 here, everybody wants to be loved, but when it's associated with I'll be hurt, I'll be taken advantage of, I have to protect myself, we're not in the heart chakra receiving freely. We're on the defensive and trying to control. It's not the same thing. So let's look at that Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So we're in our head when we're supposed to be in our heart. And we're in our head in a way to protect ourselves. But it's time to look at that from a completely different angle. Hangman. That, of course, as long as we're like that, we are not going to feel it, receive it, be there to receive it. We'll be in our head. And here is, at the end, the Page of Cups. And that is going to be able to pass through this. And I think it's kind of an unstuckness of opening. But you're understanding, in a way, how you are in order, in a way, to protect yourself. And there's that part of our ego that I was right, I can't trust, or whatever. How you're doing this to you. So that you can, at the end, get out of your head and actually grab a new cup of fresh water filled with possibilities. So you can be in your 3 cups, 6 of cups, and not be conflicted about it. If you're somebody that is looking for a relationship, let's say, well, I want a relationship, but the past experiences were pretty much 5 of Pentacles here. I gave, I supported, I did not receive equal due. I had to convince myself that they cared for me because I wasn't feeling it. Because I was trying to keep the wands, the swords here, my masculine aspects, protecting everything so that I wouldn't be hurt. It's very nice, but it's detrimental to me at the same time. Let's look at So there's a question of vulnerability also in there, being afraid of being vulnerable. And vulnerability is not just putting ourselves in danger. We think vulnerability like, you know, putting a child in surrounded by predators. He's vulnerable. He has nothing to defend himself. But there's this, you can be in a very strong position and opening yourself to receive asks for a certain vulnerability. Because if not, you're just in a protective tower and you don't receive anything. So here, there's something about this that you have to understand. Let's look at that Three of Cups. Three of Cups, it's all the people around us, of course. Here I have King of Pentacle, Page of Pentacle. That's your masculine side, to be able to rise his vibration, I think, so that he doesn't waste his time and prevent you from actually receiving here. Let's look at that Five of Pentacle. And that Page of Pentacle, of course, plus the 5 would make a 6. All right, your understanding here. Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment. You're making a decision this month about all of this. Okay, so you're making a decision this month. I have the Lovers again. You're understanding right there. Either I have faith, either I love myself enough. There's something about the Five of Pentacle. The thing is that, yes, it happens to us, but we also let it happen to us. We're being sacrificed, we're being abandoned, but we've abandoned ourselves because at one point we did not listen to the signs, or we allowed it to be, or we did it to ourselves in order to be loved. I'm going to sacrifice by hope and in hopes that they will appreciate me and so on. So here you're understanding something about that, and you're going to make a decision. Because a decision here, Six of Cups, to actually reopen your heart chakra, Two of Swords. With that new sword, you're going to make that decision. Again, a card of decision. And here I have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So it's really a decision within yourself of how much love you are going to allow. Are you going to lift that lid off of your capacity to receive emotional vibrations? And Queen of Wands, what is your true desire in this life? Because she works the law of attraction also, but she knows exactly what she wants. You're making a decision about that, about opening yourself up. I'm going to put back the Queens in there. I'm going to keep the Two of Swords, Lovers, Six of Cups. Let's look at that Six of Cups here. Queen of Cups. Because she's in charge of opening how much love you are receiving. And not just keeping the old wounds and being emotionally overwhelmed. Here, Six of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. What you're understanding is actually turning this. And here I have the King of Wands again. How you're going to bring your willpower, your desire, what you want. We had the King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Cups, of Pentacles, sorry. But here, the Wheel of Fortune turns when we understand something. You're breaking a karma here. When it comes to what you're receiving emotionally, what you're allowing to receive emotionally, allowing yourself to be loved. Tower. Show me the Tower. Yeah. No more closeness, fear. You're releasing a lot of fear. Fear to be in the flow and opened. Because the thing is that the more we trust ourselves, knowing we would not abandon ourselves, we would honor our truth and so on. The more we do that, the more we're able to actually open ourselves to what the universe can bring us, because we know we'll react in time and not step on ourselves or allow hurt and pain to come in. Seven of Swords, we wouldn't sabotage ourselves or let in the thief in the night, whether from ourselves or somebody else. And that Seven of Swords is going to be destroyed by this understanding. And as the more you understand, what was holding from these vibrations are going to be destroyed. That's what happens. So that an Ace of Cups with the Ten of Cups can come in. These two cannot come at the same time as a Seven of Swords. No, they're two complete different vibrations here. And you are going to release. This one pushes you to be on the defensive and not to trust, and because you've lived the Five of Pentacles so often and so on. So you learn to protect yourself. And of course, you know, this was all mirrored in life. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful release. It's the end of a karma. That consciousness is there for you, for the ones of you who want to apply it in your life and make that decision. Free will. Five of Wands. The world and death. Really the end of a karma. It's very hard to be more end of a karma than that. So letting die what was creating conflict within yourself. And conflict is what? This is willpowers going all over the place instead of being aligned. This is what I want. This is what I desire. I'm manifesting it and I am open to receive it. Because I do not believe that I am not enough, or the Five of Pentacles, or I have to compensate and protect myself because I'm always abandoned and so on. The change of this. So ultimately, and here I have the World, really the end of that. Ultimately here, the Devil and the Lovers, you're gonna change your source of information within yourself. Okay, here I have the Empress. Two of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Yeah, we're finishing this. Finishing the... because I have death here. So the Two of Pentacles, it's the end of Jupiter in Capricorn here. Because if you're holding these two realities within yourself, one you can understand like on a very... in a very... because, you know, like rational way. Yes, all of this makes sense. I understand that, you know, if I am inspired like this and my actions are guided by my inspiration, it's gonna lead me to XYZ and so on. And that if in opposite, I am inspired only by survival and believing that what I've experienced is all that exists for me. That's the mudra that this guy makes with his hand. That's all that can be created. And therefore I'm going to repeat always the same story with different faces. It's all logic in a way. And you can be in your head about it. But as long as you're not letting that water within yourself, so that let's say that vibration of consciousness can start vibrating in your water here, then it will not appear in your reality. It will just be a theory. Embodying and understanding it here is completely different. And this month you are going to have the opportunity to embody something that you understand at the beginning of the month, but you're kind of in that going back and forward a bit about it. This month, understanding exactly what unconditional love is about. And it starts with you. I have to love myself unconditionally. That means not under conditions. I will not love myself if I lose 5 pounds, or if I do this and I act this way, and if that person acknowledges me, then I am lovable. No, I will love myself unconditionally. And if in my integrity and my love somebody acts in a certain way, or a situation is not in accordance to it, I will speak up. I will not accept it, and so on. So for some of you, this realization might provoke big changes in your life, but know that they had to come, because if not, you weren't going to be able to live like that, like an empress. All right? So on this, my beautiful Tauruses, I'm sending you all my love and light. And I know that you're gonna get this on, I don't know how the situation will be, but the world is getting more and more crazy. And it is a time that it is even more important to go within ourselves and be aligned with our truth about what is happening. While the Kaisers are fighting, it's always the people that pay for it. They fight for ideas, and they fight for not always light. So it is very important to keep yours within yourself. Right on this, if you want, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, subscribing. If you want a private reading, there's a description below. There's an email under the video. You write to me, I write to you back. If you see somebody that even is called Mystic Witch Tarot that puts a phone number, it is not me. There's been a bit of con artistry on the internet. So watch out for that. Also, oh yes, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. On the new moon, I do my ceremony to start giving you back, so that the universe can give you back. It's the intention I put in the new moon for you. And this month, it's the new moon in Pisces. So on that, my love and light, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.